Do you ever find yourself wondering, why can't my business grow? Why don't my entrepreneurial endeavors get to the certain point to where they take off? Well, guys, it could be simply this. It could be that you're dealing with what we call a growth mindset, and how that growth mindset has to turn to the entrepreneurial mindset. So on today's episode, I'm going to share with you all a few tips, a few strategies about how to develop this growth mindset for the entrepreneur. Let's get started. All right, guys, before we get started today, I just want to say this, that if you all haven't been over to the live section, go to the live section, because I've started the live streaming for this channel, and I've been showing you all and sharing some charts. I got a couple of videos over there talking about Bitcoin, talking about some of the altcoins, Ethereum, Sheep, Doge, and Pepe, Bonk, some of the other ones, right? And I want you all to have that. So I've said that I'm going to start doing those on the live feed, all right? And so I want you to go check those videos out, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. All right, so now, guys, what does a growth mindset have to do with entrepreneurship, and how can you adapt it and implement what I'm getting ready to tell you quickly? Well, first thing I want you to understand the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. A growth mindset, you all, excuse the background, it's a highway right there. A growth mindset, you all, is a mindset that has an adaptability. It is a mindset that is flexible enough, that is not set in on one thing. A lot of time when people have a fixed mindset, these are the ones who find themselves, when evolution happens, when the market changes, they find themselves stuck to one product, stuck to one way of doing things, cannot see the future, can't see, that the times are changing, and they get caught. This is what happened to your blockbusters, all right? This is what happened, to the typewriter and things of that nature. They became antiquated. And so what I want you to understand is that when it comes to entrepreneurship, one of the things people don't realize is entrepreneurship is harder than it is to work a regular job in some cases. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're a specialist and you a doctor and you operating a lawyer, then obviously your task is very tedious, and you have to know what you're doing because you're at the top of your industry, you're at the top of the field. But for the most part, when people come into entrepreneurship, they think it's easy. All I gotta do is put a couple of things out here, do a couple of videos on social media, do a couple of call to actions, and somebody's gonna buy my product. And next thing you know, I got a business and I love to do, I got a new book, so on and so forth. No. A lot of times, you all, people are experiencing setbacks and experiencing problems because they have not fully developed the entrepreneur mindset. Now, let me tell you all what my definition of entrepreneurship is. First of all, for me, I wrote, this was my thesis, all right? And so entrepreneurship is an entrepreneur is one who takes something out of nothing, creates it for the betterment of the people. So an entrepreneur sees a problem, comes up with a solution, and solve the problems of the people. That is my definition. I know you can go to, Investopedia and pick up another one, but that's the one that kind of helps me make sense of all of this. So then the entrepreneur mindset is the mindset that is, once again, flexible enough. It's the opposite of the fixed mindset. Inside the entrepreneur mindset is the growth mindset, but here it is. It is the entrepreneur mindset that helps you overcome fear, helps you overcome failure. It wakes you up in the morning because you see things that others don't see. Guys, I learned a long time ago that the vision of an entrepreneur, they got to see things first. A lot of them see things first, recognize things first, and have the capacity to take the risk first. See, when you're talking about the spirit of entrepreneurship, your mindset cannot be fixed. Let's just take what's happening right now, for example. For example, you all know I'm a Forex trader, stocks trader, options trader. And once again, I'm working on something for you all, okay? But here's the thing. When I became a trader, I had to change my fixed mindset to a growth mindset, of one that could adopt, one that could be flexible to move, because I would get into a trade and I would marry the trade. No matter what happened, it's going to go up. It's going to keep going, and it would tank. Instead of me trading with the trend, paying attention to what the market was showing me, this is when I first started, guys. I would just marry the trade. And I said, man, what am I doing wrong? Then I had to realize that I had to learn a couple of things: technical, fundamental analysis, trends, candlestick patterns. Had to learn how to really read the markets. And when I did that, then I realized that, okay, this particular pair moves in patterns. So once it gets to a ceiling, it retraces. Once it gets to the floor, it bounces off, okay? And market moves in the series of highs and lows. So then the same thing happens for your business, people. No matter what industry you're in, sometimes you may have some not so good days, some not so good weeks, some highs and lows. You have peak seasons, off season. It just comes with the territory. And if you develop the growth mindset, then entrepreneurship will be easy for you, because it teaches you how to overcome the failures, like I said. Because so what? If this product didn't sell, I don't necessarily have to change the product. I need to change my offer, how I'm presenting the offer. It could be the color patterns. It could have been the wrong season. Here's an example for you. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, where I would never open up a leather jacket store down here, or a heavy coat store, because it doesn't get that cold for too long. Now, what I would do, I would open up some health pieces, some beach wear, things of that nature, because this is a highly beach populated town, especially for that area, Jacksonville Beach, Neptune Beach, things of that nature. Now, if you inland, then sure, you know, if you're going towards 10 and going toward back up 95 towards Georgia, then sure, you could do that. But for where I live, I'm a stone's throw from the beach, guys. So I wouldn't open nothing like that. I mean, it's midwinter time in some places, man. We wearing shorts down here and hoodies or whatnot. So that's just an example, you all, of having a growth mindset. You cannot be so fixed to one particular idea, to one particular direction, and not be able to develop this piece. Once again, or the second thing is, you have to want to see other people win. So if you get into business or become entrepreneurship solely for the money, I promise you, you're going to get your feelings hurt, guys. You don't do this just for the money. You do this to really want to help people. If you do that, then the byproduct is going to be some success. Let me tell you something. If you understand trends and can tell the thirst, hunger, and desire of a particular people group for an item, you could be the worst salesman. You can have not so good of a product, but you will still make money. And that's what I want you all to understand. But that is in essence, that's the power of the growth mindset, guys. Okay. So please take time to develop that growth mindset. I want you to study it, do some research behind it, so that you can become a more effective entrepreneur and overcome those hurdles. Remember, I've come to a place to where as I'm getting into the center of the purpose and what we're doing. If you've been following me for a while, you've noticed that we've incorporated and we've made some changes. But I'm starting to realize that what sometimes your purpose has to be developed over a process of time. Because when I first started this piece, it was just to share a few little things that I was learning and share about a particular platform that we were in, about some trades. And then it morphed into me wanting to coach and things to help people. And in the process of coaching, I had to realize, well, who am I wanting to coach? Who is my audience? Who do I want to talk to? And that's when it finally hit me. I want to reach out to those who are struggling entrepreneurs, or who are wannabe, who are wantrepreneurs. That means you want to be a preneur. You got an idea, you got a product, but you're just trying to learn how to get into it, learn how to frame it. You see, everything that I do, coaching, financial literacy coaching, financial literacy training, all of that leadership, all of that falls under the banner of an entrepreneurship, because you need all those skills. So I am in the center now. And that's why I'm telling you all, I believe everybody need to have an LLC nowadays, whether everyone can have a business, in a physical location or on internet or online. But for those who don't want to, I get it. That's no problem. But for those who saying, I think you're starting to talk to me. I'm at a point now, watch this, to whereas I've raised my kids, I worked my job, but now I'm ready to free up some time. I'm ready to create that life of freedom you was talking about. Well, in order to do that, we got to have a strong understanding of what financial literacy is so that we can make the right decisions in terms of investing and learning how to do this thing called life on that level, okay? So with that being said, guys, hey, once again, don't forget to check out the lives for all my traders, for all my platforms, the crypto, the Bitcoin, the stock options. That is going to be on the live feed. I probably won't do any videos like this for that because I can just come in live and do that with y'all and show you the charts, okay? But for all of those who are involved with entrepreneurship, wanting to start a business, want to learn how to write a book and market that book, your first ebook. Y'all, I've taught and trained all of our last group of my clients how to do that, and most of them are going on. They got YouTubes now, and you stay tuned because we're going to be bringing them on. We got the podcast, and we're going to be bringing them on. So we have some very exciting things that's going to be happening in 2024, and I want you to be a part of it. So with that being said, thanks always, guys. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below, and as always, y'all leave me a comment. I love to read the comments of the people in our community, man, because you guys rock, okay? And I really love you all for that. For all the new subscribers, we clap it up for you. Y'all do me a favor and share. Let's see if we can get this video to a good 500 views. That would definitely help the algorithm. It will help your boy out. So with that being said, hey, let's be positive on purpose. Have fun while we get in the bag, and I'll see you next time.